What's good, everyone? So in today's video, I'm going to be going over how I made 10,000, just above $10,000 this week with all the trades. How I made a 4.5K trade on Monday, how we took a $5.7 thousand trade today, and how I missed the trade on Thursday as well. So let's just do a weekly recap of this week. As you guys can see right here, 1150 times 5 accounts, 500 accounts, and right here $900 across 500 accounts. I've also made a video on that, but let's go over this week and let's basically start from a bottom here. We started off the week with a beautiful trade on Monday. This was the trade. Let's go back and replay bar actually. Now, let's actually go one candle before this, right? So what am I looking for here? First of all, when I come into the market, I'm looking for a drawn liquidity. First of all, I'm actually looking at the higher time frame, right? So I'm looking at the higher time frame. We are technically bullish here. And I'm like, okay, great, right? Now we have London highs up here. This is London highs exactly, right? Which I'm like, okay, that's very nice, right? I want to see that get tapped. But how do we get tapped? How do we tap that level? Well, we most likely won't just push instantly up, right? Like this, right? We most likely will, push down first at market open, liquidate these lows, maybe even these lows, and then we'll start flipping bullish. So the price action is going to end up looking something like this, which is exactly what it did, right? And you'll notice that all of these trades I take is basically just a liquidity grab following the higher time frame direction, right? Trapping everyone. So everyone that had their stop loss here, they got, manipulated, stop hunted, and then we'll continue in that overall higher time frame direction, right? So if you play, price fast forward here, let's just say 5 minutes, right? We get a huge push down at market open, right? This is 9:30 a.m. Eastern, actually like 9:40 right now. Yeah, so this is 9:30 to 9:35. This is 9:35 to 9:40 a.m. Eastern, right? What do we get here? Huge move to the downside, right? Liquidating these previous lows down here. And basically, once we do that, I want to see a rejection, right? And we get that instantly. So off this closure right there, take my buy positions, right? Stop loss is below 3-minute lows. If you can go to the third, yeah, like something like this, right? And now I'm targeting these London highs up here, right? Just a quick one-to-one, pretty damn simple, right? It could grab to the downside, high time frame trend. I want to see those highs get taken right there, right? We can also draw it out in the 3 phases. We can draw the continuation phase, right? Consolidation phase. Okay, this is not that clean actually, but you get the idea. Continuation, consolidation, prices moving kind of sideways. We get the liquid grab, trapping out everyone. So people had sell stops here. People had sell stop. Keep that in mind. People had sell stops here, anticipating the price continue down. They got trapped. Boom, ticked in, right? And all the people that had buy positions here, stop loss there, or buy positions up here, stop loss below these lows. Everyone got stopped out, manipulated, stop hunted, whatever you want to call it. And now it's time for us to enter, right? That's why this strategy works so wonderful, right? We enter when everyone else has gotten stopped out. And obviously, if you play, price fast forward here, we just shoot directly up to take profit, basically, right? So right here, once we broke these highs, I'm gonna go break even, and then we just continue pushing, right? Beautiful trade. That was Monday's trade. Now let's go to Tuesday. Let's just fast forward, 30 minutes, and let's see here. So these trades all week, actually, I've just been looking at the same exact thing. So all week, I've been looking for a bottom wick down, a continuation bullish, right? So a liquid grab to the downside, and then a continuation bullish, right? Now, this is Tuesday's price action, and I was, coming into the market with a market open right here, right? And I saw this, and I was like, bro, what is this price action, right? We are moving sideways. There's no, like, liquid grab breaking these lows. Like, if this move was like this, I would have considered taking it to the upside and targeting these highs or these highs. But, the wick didn't really push down there. And I mean, this is just choppy price action. So I skipped that day after like after like 5 minutes of looking at price action. And I just move on, right? So I move on to Wednesday. Let's skip towards Wednesday here. This is London Open now. And right there we have, oh, actually right here we have market open, right? So clearly bullish again, right? Pretty self-explanatory. And this is market open right here, right? Wednesday's market open. Now, in order for me to get a position, I want to see the exact same thing as I've always been looking for, either a bottom wick down, right? Then a continuation bullish, or a top wick up and then a continuation bearish, right? Imagine this was a black candle right there, right? Now, obviously, when we are, pushing heavily bullish, I'm not looking for sells because it's not, following the higher time frame trend. It is a counter trend trade that that always has low probabilities of playing out compared to a pro trend trade, right? So I'm looking for a bottom wick here, ideally liquidating these lows down here, right? And then once we, tap these highs, we can go break even, and we can probably target some highs to the left if we go all the way over here. If I can even do that in replay, I don't think I can. But there are some left highs to the left of us. But anyways, I was looking for that, and we basically did not really get anything. So we got this, but I was like, this is not a steep enough liquidity grab. Again, if we printed something like this, yeah, this would have been clean. And again, you can see, the continuation, first phase. Then we get the consolidation. We start moving sideways. Then we get a liquidity grab. Now, this liquidity grab wasn't down here as I wanted it to be, but we did get a small liquidity grab breaking these lows. And then after that, we obviously get the continuation. This was Wednesday, and I was like, okay, well, fair enough. I'm not going to take this. I'm just going to call it a day and come back tomorrow, which is what we did, right? So I came on at Thursday and basically just skipped price right here. And I mean, I'm very patient with my trades, as you guys can see. Like, if I don't get exactly what I want price to do, I'm not entering, okay? That's just how it is. If my setup, my pre-plan analysis, and my pre-plan setup doesn't occur, bro, I'm not taking that, right? It's just a low probability. Why would I settle for a low probability trade when I know if I just wait and I'm patient, I'm gonna make more money? Like, it's pretty, self-explanatory, but it's also tough because I know you guys want to overtrade. I know you guys want to, you see a setup that, you're hesitant on taking, but you end up taking it because you're scared of price moving without you. Well, that's the dumbest thing ever. I know it's tough. I know it's hard because it is hard to see price do exactly what it wants to do, but you don't get an entry criteria. But that's just how trading is sometimes. Sometimes you'll see price move without you, basically, well knowing that you know exactly where price is heading towards, right? That's just how trading is sometimes, right? And that was one of those days, right? Now we come on to Thursday. As you can see, we are consolidating pre-market open, which is pretty nice. We get the continuation phase here at like London session right there. Then we get the consolidation pre-market open. And now technically at 8:30, we already got the liquidity grab right there. And now I'm looking for a continuation bullish, right? Pretty self-explanatory, CCL. But the problem here is that this is 9 a.m. exactly. If we skip forward to 9:15, 9:20, 9:25, 9:30 right here, we do get this, and we do get a liquidity grab breaking these lows, which is beautiful. Now, I just want to see a, candle closure above this high, right? So something like this, disrespecting these levels, and then we can continue up, take, closure there, stop here, targeting, these highs or some highs to the left of us. But the problem is we have 10 a.m. news here, okay? And if you play price, fast forward, we do end up getting that play right there, but it's like, it's 10 a.m. There's news here. Like, this looks so clean. And if there wasn't any news, I would have taken this 100%, 10 out of 10. Like, this is an A+ setup, right? But there was unfortunately red folder news or orange folder news, and I just couldn't take this, right? But you get the idea again. We constantly moving that, continuation phase, then we get the consolidation phase, then we get the liquid grab, and then we can continue bullish again, continuing that higher time frame direction, which in this case is bullish, right? It's so repeatable, it's so beautiful, and that's also why I create this playbook, so you guys can take advantage of it and become profitable by doing so, right? Now, if we go here, I would have probably been in this trade if there was no news. I would have also probably, to keep it a buck, went break even right there. So risk is off the table, and playing this, in hindsight, I would have probably got tap break even, right? But we obviously continued up to these highs. But price moved lows again, right? Monday took a trade. Tuesday didn't take anything. Wednesday didn't take anything. Thursday and Wednesday, we basically saw price move right in front of our eyes, but I couldn't take it, okay? That's just how price action is sometimes, You know where price is heading, but there's no entry criteria. Either news fucks you up, or you simply don't get what you want. And if you don't do that, if news is in your way, bro, rather take 0 trades than a loss. Okay, just keep that in mind. Be patient. The trader that's the most patient is going to make the most amount of money. That's just how it is. So I was, not taking a trade on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And now Friday comes around, if we skip towards Friday, right? And this happened over and over again every single day. We got a bottom wick to the downside, push up, right? Thursday, Wednesday, where was this? This was right here, yeah. And then a push up. It was more clean on 15, I believe, or 5 minute. What was it? Yeah, right there. And then we get a push up. Wait, this looks so choppy on the 15. Let's go to the 5 minute. Right here, this is what I mean, right? We get a liquidity grab to the downside again, push up, right? Missed move again, right? Tuesday, we just basically range. So nothing there. But you get the idea, right? It's the same thing I'm looking for every single day because we are so trendy. We're so bullish in these markets, right? We're at all-time highs. Like, why would you ever want to short all-time highs? Just ride the wave, take a piece of the cake, take a piece of the pie, and just, follow the wave, right? Ride the wave. Don't try and catch a top or whatever. Like, try and sell like all-time highs. That's just, dumb, in my opinion. If you make money off it, obviously, keep doing it. But most people won't make money off. I'm on 5 minutes. Most people won't make money off shorting all-time highs. That's just, statistics, right? But if you go to today's trade, this was a beautiful trade. I made around $5,700 on this exact position right here. Now, again, I come on to the market right here. Actually, I come on at 9:15 a.m. Eastern, right? And I was looking at this, and I was like, okay, we have highs up here, and we have lows that already got liquidated down here, right? And I was like, okay, that's interesting. Now, I'll mark these lows out because this is Asia lows, and we're technically obviously bullish, right? So I'm just looking for this is the continuation, this is the consolidation. I'm looking for a liquidity grab down here, breaking these lows. So when everyone has gotten stopped out, we can now enter and continue the, trend, basically ride the wave, take a piece of the, pie, and following that, overall continuation phase, right? Now, if we go to market open here, which is right now, you guys see that we clearly push down, and I'm like, okay, this is great. Perfect, right? Now, I see this. I see this fair value gap right here. If we actually, wait, let me do this. Middle line, extend right, no, left, and let's make it gray like this, right? I see this fair value gap, and I'm like, okay, we made a liquidity grab to the downside. The overall high time frame is so bullish, right? I want to see this get disrespected. I want to see this close above, and then we can enter and target all-time highs, target these highs, or even ride the wave to all-time highs, right? Now, what do we get? Next 5 minutes, we basically close just above it. And I'm like, perfect, bro. This is my entry. This is my trade. Boom. Enter right there. Stop loss is below 3-minute lows again, something like this, right? And we basically just ride the wave bullish, right? So, I mean, same thing again. Look at this, right? Okay, if you go through 1 hour, it's probably more clean. Yeah, look at this. Broke previous lows, continue bullish. You don't have to catch the highs or catch the lows. You don't have to gamble. You don't have to do anything. Just follow a systematic and profitable strategy and just ride the wave. Take a piece of the market. Just do it over and over again. Just be patient, consistent, and disciplined with it. Okay, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, no trade. But Monday and Friday, bro, I made 4,500 on Monday, 5,700 on, today, which is basically Friday. That's a 10K week. I made $10,000 this week for just being patient, sitting on my ass and just waiting for price to come to me and price to come to my entry signals, my entry criteria. And that's it. Okay. It isn't complicated. It isn't rocket science. It's basically just trading. Just be patient. And the more patient you'll be, the more money you'll make. Okay. That's just how it is, right? So we went into some drawdown. Obviously, stops are protected below 3-minute lows. Shouldn't hit this unless we want to continue down. And we basically, rode the wave up, right? I went break even on these levels, right? So once we tap these levels, went break even. And this was 10 a.m. news as well, right here, this candle. So once 10 a.m. hit, I basically just trailed my stops to there, and I just closed up. I think I closed up like up here or something. If we go to my executions here, wait, let me go to my execution. Actually, I can show you exactly where I closed, I think. Show chart executions. Let's actually remove this and let's go to trading view here. You guys can see, okay, you can actually see, wait, can you see it on 1 minute? I closed just above this high right here. I closed on this top wick here or here. Yeah, something like this, right? So we called a little bit more than all-time highs here, which is pretty nice. And yeah, $5,700 day today, 10K week. It isn't that complicated. If you want access to this, you can join my free Discord, link in the description. Hope you all liked this video. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and thank you for watching. I'll see you all in the next video.